positive cycle of savings, investments, wealth, and prosperity. Let me contextualize this. We all know that we may not have silver, we may not have gold, we may not have many of the other natural resources, but we have one asset, and that asset is the people of Kenya. It is the biggest asset. Our human capital is the biggest asset we have as a nation. And because it is the single most important asset, it is necessary and imperative for us as a nation, as a government, to see how we can sharpen, how we can train, how we can impart knowledge, how we can create skills and competencies that make our human capital that instrument that we can use to drive our economy, drive our progress, and drive into our future. And that is the reason why this year I committed as a government 630 billion for the education in our country. The highest budget since the independence of this country. And it is because I believe that in the education of our young people, we create an asset that will change the destiny of our country. And it is the reason why you've heard here that apart from making sure that our primary schools are running, we've hired an additional 56,000 teachers, the highest ever in the Republic of Kenya in 8 months. We have provided money for our TVETs. In fact, the TVETs you guys have attended, some of them were having challenges with lecturers and tutors. This year, we are hiring 1,700 new tutors to help train in our TVETs. As I told you, we are building 15 new TVETs this year. And we have improved the budget for learning in our TVETs from about 5.2 billion to about 10 billion this year. Again, so that we can give more young people opportunity to acquire skills, training, to acquire competencies that can make them viable citizens, that can make them useful human beings in their community, for their families, and for themselves. And beyond that, this year, we are also intentional. And I want you to listen to me very carefully. For a very long time, we always were planning on how we educate our young people. But we have never had, as a government and as a nation, a comprehensive plan on how to create jobs. Because investing 630 billion without also thinking of what will happen when these young people come out of college, when they come out of university, when they come out of school, like you had James Oyo here say he came out of school. What happens to them? And I am very proud that this year we were able to have a comprehensive plan on how to create jobs. You have told me, I have listened to you, what you have said here. You have said you want to participate in our housing plan. Is that the case? Yes. Is that true? Yes. Precisely. Precisely. You see, the housing plan solves for us 3 big problems. Number one, it solved for us the 6 million, almost 7 million Kenyans who live in informal settlements. We have a responsibility to make sure that they live in dignity. Number two, it solves for us the problem of land fragmentation, and land that is supposed to be used for food production is being used for human settlement. Affordable housing will reverse the trend of land fragmentation and give us an opportunity for land consolidation so that we can fix the challenge of food insecurity and make sure that Kenya is a stable country. But it solves for us an even bigger problem. You know, this housing plan is not so much about the houses. No. This affordable housing plan is more about the jobs for young people than the houses. And our plan, and I'm very happy that you people can see through it, our plan is to employ at least 1 million young people like yourselves with skills, with competencies, plumbers, electricians, masons, carpenters, the whole of that space. That is our plan. And you see, we live in a very interesting country. How can anybody be opposed to that kind of a plan? Surely. Muniambie tu kweli. I mean, surely. How can anybody be opposed to that kind of a plan? And all we have said is, for those of us, like me standing here, for those of us who are paid by the people of Kenya through their taxes, all we are asking is 1.5% of what I get so that we can create 1 million jobs for young people of the Republic of Kenya. Niwaulize jameni. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? 1% ndio vijana milioni 1 wa Kenya wapate ajira kila mwaka? Surely. I mean, honestly. Huh? So, beyond the housing, we also need, that's why I'm telling you, a deliberate, intentional plan to create opportunities for the young people of our nation to access meaningful opportunities to work, meaningful opportunities to invest, meaningful opportunities to grow their enterprises, to grow their hustles, to grow their businesses in that space. Apart from housing, we have also made the deliberate decision that to be able to give people like yourself an opportunity to grow your enterprises, we are not going to be importing furniture from anywhere. I mean, ndio mmesikia mimi nikiuliza jameni wa Kenya. Yani tunaenda kuagiza kitanda, sijui meza, sijui viti, sijui nini, kutoka sijui China, kutoka sijui Marekani, sijui kutoka wapi. Surely. Sio ni wazimu? Yani niwaulize, tuambiane tu ukweli, niwaulize. Kwani sasa hii kitanda, na nimesema many times, hii kitanda inahitaji ujuzi kiasi gani? Ati mpaka tunaenda kuleta kutoka Marekani ama sijui wapi, Ulaya wapi. Ndio nimewaambia hawa majamaa, na ndio mambo ya kwenda kuagiza kitanda haitafanyika tena, kwa sababu hii kitanda inahitaji mbao, randa, musumeno, nyundo na msumari. Story finish. Na jamaa ameketi hapa hako na hiyo skill ya kufanya hiyo kazi. Na nimewaambia kama kuna mtu atakosa usingizi kwa sababu hataki kulala kwa kitanda imetengenezwa na Wakenya, wacha akose usingizi. Ama namna gani? Tunaelewana my friends? So tumesema vile vile hatuwezi tena kuagiza ati simiti, ati tuagize ati steel. Imagine mpaka hata samaki tunaagiza. Unaona ile ujinga iko hii Kenya? Alafu kuna watu wanapinga, wanasema hapana, tuendelee tu kuleta samaki kutoka sijui wapi, tuendelee tu kununua furniture kutoka huko, tuendelee. Hiyo ni wazimu, please. Tuachane na hiyo story. Let us just agree. We have millions of young people with talent, with expertise, with training, with skills who can do all these things. And I am very happy that you people are passionate about the skills you have and you want to make a contribution to building your country. I promise you, you have my support. 100%. 100%. Na tutasukumana kusukumana kabisa mpaka tuhakikishe ya kwamba hii mpango inasonga mbele, ndio tubadilishe nchi yetu jameni. In this plan, we are empowering young people to engage with employment opportunities in the first instance. And as a first step towards ownership of enterprises in every sector, in any part of our country, and in fact going into the continent. Just to let you know, we have now the Continental Free Trade Area. We're going to export these skills and the products that will come from these skills into the continental space market that we are developing. I have sent my Minister Moses to 20 countries in Africa to consolidate the market for the products coming from Kenya. We have just concluded signing the agreement with the European Union